Hello all. This is my new channel called Kalpavana. Kalpavana means forest of wishes. So why I kept it forest of wishes, I'll give you an explanation why I did that. So the journey starts from my childhood. Basically, I was interested in looking at plants every day, looking at the progress of the plants every day, and feel happy about one or two leaves which comes out, or when the seeds sprout. I feel happy about it. I don't know, I had this unique attraction for plants and how they grew and stuff like that, and I had my own imagination about how the plant should look and stuff like that. I did various experiments in my childhood. My mother also used to give me few helping hands and stuff like that, and she had her own uh, way of looking at plants. We had bunch of flowering plants and stuff like that at home. But slowly, I started gaining more interest in plants, how they grow and stuff like that. And I started collecting few pots. And yeah, as I grew, I started into college, and I had a lot of friends. I started think playing cricket, and cricket being the mainstream sports in India, my concentration slightly shifted to cricket, but I didn't leave the interest in terms of plans and stuff like that. So I finished my education. I started working, and when I started working, the sports came down, and again the interest of plants and everything started increasing. So I started collecting pots on top of my terrace, and started with flowering plants. I invested a lot in exotic flowers and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, some worked out, some didn't work out, and a lot of things started growing. And at one point, I had about 300 pots on top of my terrace, and I had various plants. I had a group of plants with brinjal. I had a group of plants with roses, different types of roses, group of plants with herbs, group of plants with uh, flowers, different types of flowers and stuff like that. And started, yeah, I mean, the usual city problem. When the house gets old, the seepage started and stuff like that. Slowly I started reducing the pots. And yeah, at one and during my work time, uh, the workload was high, so I could not give much attention to the pots and stuff like that. So they started suffering. I could not see that, so I hired a gardener to start maintaining the plants and stuff like that. So things were going around, and yeah, things were straight. I mean, I used to feel happy. I used to be at peace when I used to go on top of my terrace, sit in middle of the plants and start and having coffee and stuff like that. So all was great. At a point, when I was like slightly, I would say, I wouldn't say settled, but I knew the dynamics of my work. There was a startup which actually hired, or which actually started giving land on rent, especially small land, 600 square foot of land on rent. And we could grow whatever we want, and we had an app where we could control what has to be sown and what not. So what I did was I bought a piece of land, and I went ahead and started going to the farm on a weekend basis, started working with the farmer, gave him my own seeds. I mean, bought my own seeds and gave it to him, and it started growing and stuff like that. And I was little fascinated about exotic, I mean, which is not usual basically. So red okra was a few things, and a few of the things which I started: red okra, watermelon, radish, and a lot of stuff which gave me a lot of fun and stuff like that. Slowly, the farmer understood my passion, and he gave me another piece of land, which was equal to what I got. Like totally about, I had about 1,200 square foot of land with half the price or something like that. And then I started growing, and the startup actually started putting attention on me, because I started giving a lot of produce which none of them started giving. So so that way, slowly we started producing a lot of things, and I had so much that I shared it with other people who had the land and stuff like that. So slowly, the farmer actually gave me 1.5 acres of land where I could practice everything, and slowly we started thinking about market garden. And it's been about then. One of my friend was equally passionate about farming and gardening and stuff like that, so he joined hands with me, and his name is Tejomaya. And he started we both started working together, and we started thinking of the concept of a market garden or a community farms and stuff like that. And we started a small venture called Harvest and Eat. And there we started growing a lot of stuff. We started giving it to known people. We started selling it to a community of people, and mouth of words and stuff like that. And we gained good amount of appreciation from all the people. And we started working with multiple farmers, so that we could get multiple produce and the way they were growing. And we actually validated a lot of growings. So basically, we started working with farmers who practiced Nordic farming and organic farming, basically. So we found a few farmers who were practicing the same practice as what we were doing, and we started working with them. We started taking their produce and stuff like that. And slowly we started gaining some momentum in terms of customers and in terms of how people looked at our products and stuff like that. And we started working with farmers who produced groceries. We basically work with farmers who are about 3 years 3 acres, who has about 3 acres or not more than 5 acres, because they are the farmers who cannot put the produce to the market, because it might be very less, nor they are able to consume it by themselves because it will be more. So we started working with farmers like that, and we started having our own kind of a community with everything in it: groceries, spices, vegetables, fruits, and stuff like that. And there was a feeling that we didn't have our own place of practice and stuff like that. We had a friend who actually gave his farm on rent or lease for us. We practiced in that, but whatever we did, whatever we put in money, it was not ours, because it was his farm which was getting better. So we always had a feeling that we wanted to have our own um, farm. So we started searching for farm. It was about 2.5 3 years since we kept on looking for different farms and stuff like that. And finally I came to a place called Krishnapura, which is about 10 kilometers from Paugada. And I found a 1.25 acres of land, and I was at peace that I have my own piece of land where I can practice whatever I want, I can invest whatever I want, and I'll get the results. And this is for a long term basis. And yeah, this is a short story of my journey from being a city boy to a farmer. Slowly, and in the next episodes, probably I'll tell what is my profession, how I kept on, how I kept my profession and passion together, and started working on weekends to pursue my passion and stuff like that. Till then, stay tuned.